Welcome back, guys, to another video. So this video I'm going to be talking about my favorite avatar. Now, not the one specific to my element in our channel, but my favorite out of all the avatars. And that's just going without saying. I might do another video focusing on Avatar Roku, just talking about the kind of avatar he was and why I like him. But besides that, this is a different video where I talk about my favorite avatar. So honestly, out of like all the avatars we do know, it's kind of a tie between Aang and Korra. I know lots of people don't like Korra, but like, so here's my reason why I like Korra. Like it's kind of split between Aang and Korra. So, reason why I like Korra is because like she's more prone into taking action, or like into fighting, I guess. And I guess that's kind of why, just because like also she uses more like, unlike Aang, who would always be on the defensive, she was more on the offensive while using her offense as a defense, more or less. Just the way, the kind of avatar she was not a perfect avatar by no means. Not every avatar was. But still, like, just the way her character was in general, just the way she mastered the elements, essentially, and adapted those elements to her own fighting style. Like, even though she was born in the water tribe, her most proficient element is either earth or fire. As you can see, as she uses those mostly throughout the show. Shit, you always see her using fire. Her natural opposite, might you assume. And as well as, like, I like the fact that she uses a more offensive style of airbending, which is very, well, it would be unique, but not so much since the Air Nation came back in her series. Okay. Alright, so for the reasons why I like Aang just about as much as Korra is the fact that, like, Aang always tried to think things through. And the character growth we went with him. And it's just amazing, like, you could tell, like, he was struggling, like, it wasn't like Korra where, like, he caused all these problems to fall on himself. Some of this shit just, like, happened to him without any real rhyme or reason to it. Like, when Appa was taken, it's the fact that, like, you saw a different side of him. It's intense, different. And that's, honestly, that's kind of how I like to view the avatar state. A different variation of yourself. Because it's all of your past selves into one. Which is also why they're kind of split in my opinion, because, like, Korra never utilized the avatar state. Which is why she lost majority of her fights and a lot of the stuff happened. It's like, I can't explain it any better. Like, sure, Aang was really dependent on it. However, the fact he was able to utilize it in correct ways when he did use it, even when he went into an emotional rampage, he still truly never lost sight of who he was. Sure, for that one episode where Avatar Roku told him about how the avatar state works, he was afraid up until that point about it. But it's like he understood that if he needed it, he could use it. Korra didn't have that. She honestly rarely used it. Because she used it as like a game, but she never uses it in a fight. Which I think was stupid in my opinion. But Aang, even when he lost control in the Avatar state, it was still grounded in the fact that he was using it. Sure, maybe it was overused a bit, but some of the best moments in Avatar came from him using the Avatar state. And I don't just like Aang because he used the Avatar state more. I also like him because of the like way he was. He kept to his ideals all throughout the show, really. And I know people argue he has killed people. That's not really confirmed that he killed those people. Sure, we can assume they didn't survive, but they could have survived, to be honest. Half of them were just in machinery. And half the times they were, died. They were firebenders in any case. Not discriminating against the firebenders, but like, the firebenders could have escaped. Like, they could have used the fire jet propulsion we see throughout the series used by Azula, and at some cases Ozai. So it's not all that big of a deal. I don't think they really died. In any case, also the fact that like Aang truly struggled with learning the elements. Well, with earth and fire, essentially. Because water he got easily because he had to adapt to stuff. So he understood that principle of flowing and being able to flow. But he could not understand how to use earth, which was his natural opposite. Unlike Korra, who apparently was able to easily learn how to use fire. Which, sure, the show doesn't state she easily knew how to do it, but like, when we see the little clip of her saying she's the Avatar, you see her use earth, then fire, then water. She had an easy concept of the fact she could use fire. Aang could never, until he had Toph, grasp how to earthbend. He pseudo-earthbend, but that was never true earthbending. We could see the fact in his struggle. And sure, you could argue we see the fact in Korra's struggle with everything else. However, Aang suffered a lot more than Korra has. Korra has had her losses, yes. But Aang lost so much more than Korra in one entire series than Korra has over the course of her entire series. And it's just like, and the fact that he kept like cheery and chipper throughout most of it, he kept an optimistic look, always looking for the better part of the outcome that happened, which I honestly really admire and try to do sometimes. Try to be chipper even though life's kicking you down. Also, the fact that Aang has a understanding that Korra never had. Like, when it came to Zuko, initially Aang was like, wanted to be friends with Zuko. Of course, Zuko wasn't on that same page yet. And later on, Aang, because Zuko turned on him, he was still kind of wavering. Aang didn't completely shut him out yet, because he was wavering. The only reason he shut him out initially, when Zuko came back to try to join them, was because of the influence of Katara and Sokka. And then later on in the episode, when Aang realizes that Zuko understands how dangerous firebending can be, he's like, okay, yeah, no. The right decision is you. I need you as my firebending teacher. And they became lifelong friends, too. It's just, Aang had a way of charisma that Korra never really had. Korra was forceful and pushy. Aang was more like, sure, Aang was pushy in some aspects, like trying to get Toph to join. But like, Aang really thought things through a lot more. And even when he wasn't thinking things through, he was thinking of things as things are going along. He was always trying to find an alternate way to altercations instead of straight up fighting. Which is really good in my opinion. So like, they had their they had their both goods and bads, but I like them both about equal. Just cause they both had their bads and they both had their goods. Well, that's gonna end this video. If you liked, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Also, I truly do not care if they're bad comments. See, I don't mind taking shit. So, that's just the thing. I honestly hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just put it together and stuff. Because things aren't going well. But, you know, I'm going to get through 'em. See y'all in the next video.